Hi. Our next questions are from Rob Reno, and he asked if you could walk into an auto showroom and pick any car under 50,000 for free, what would you pick? I'm not really big into cars. I basically want something safe for my family and big enough to get us from point A to point B. And ideally, sit good on gas. So we have the three of us, Sean, my husband, myself, and my daughter, and then we have a big dog and a little dog. And we like to take the dogs camping or hiking and camping and stuff. So we kind of like a bigger vehicle because we also like to pull the camper and whatnot. So the one that I was looking at is called a Chrysler Aspen Hybrid, and it's a hybrid, but it's a V8 Hemi, so it's a little stronger, and it gets 19 and 20 miles per gallon, which is pretty awesome for a V8 because it's a hybrid. But it's kind of new, and I don't know. I don't know. I hesitate. But something like that, something along those lines. I looked at I think it's called a Ford Edge. We haven't had the greatest luck with Fords, but it's nice too. So something like that, something big enough to handle all of us and hopefully not too bad on mileage. His next question was, did you play any sports in school? No, I didn't play sports, but I did letter in band because I was in marching band. So I do have a varsity letter from my high school. I've never been into playing sports. I'm not very coordinated. I like to watch sports. I love, love, love football. I love hockey. I like basketball. I more like to play around. I can't say I actually play basketball. I shoot hoops and stuff. But I like to watch it sometimes. And then my husband's huge into NASCAR. So sometimes I watch that with him. And then Rob's third question was, how many keys are on your key ring? And I have four keys on my key ring. Not very exciting. Two for the front door, one for the back door, and one for my van. That's all. So thanks, Rob. My next questions are from Belinda. Belinda's weight loss journey. Hi, Belinda. How old are you? Oh, I guess I already answered that. Oops. I'm 35. How many kids do you have? Just Marissa. She's my one and only. She's my miracle. My next questions are from Mrs. Che, 11. And her first question is, how long are your dance workouts? And it kind of depends. It depends on everything depends on how I feel that day. Sometimes 20 minutes and I'm done. If I'm real tired that day or I'm having a pain day. But most of the time, I don't know. And then sometimes Russ and I will do 3 or 4 different ones. We might start out with Just Dance and then do Just Dance 2 or 3, or maybe Country Dance, or Dance on Broadway, or the Smurfs Dance, or Just Dance Kids. We have a lot of dance games. So sometimes we'll dance for an hour and a half. I would say it probably averages about 45 minutes. 45 minutes is usually about average. Do you and your hubby want more children? We do. I never wanted Marissa to be an only child, and she's technically not. She has a stepbrother, but we don't get to see him. So Sean has a son that we were trying really hard to be part of his life, but it just didn't work out. So, but we do want more kids. It's kind of out of our hands. We haven't we haven't ruled it out, but it hasn't happened so far. What is your favorite meal to cook? I think I like to cook. I hate to do dishes, but I like to cook. One of my favorite meals is spaghetti. I make homemade sauce, and I love it. I think it's really good. And then if I make a big enough pot, I usually make lasagna a day or two later, which is also homemade, and it's so good. Um, I love Italian food. So yeah, I think that's probably my favorite. Thank you for your questions. My next question is from Trisha Amato, and her question is, what was your absolute breaking point where you said something has to change? Um, I don't really have one, like there wasn't one specific moment. There were several. My mom was in the hospital, and I was so out of shape that I could not walk the hospital, to get to her room without stopping to rest, and I was pouring sweat, and I had a nurse come up and ask me if I needed a wheelchair, and it was really embarrassing. And then I had another person who actually thought I was a patient, and that was awful. Then my doctor had told me that if I didn't lose weight, I wasn't going to be around for another 5 years. I might not be around for another year. And it was, just, I was tired of hurting. I was tired of being tired. I was tired of being sick. I was tired of being miserable. I was so tired of everybody having to wait on me hand and foot because I couldn't do anything for myself. So it just got to the point where one day I just said enough. I'm not living, and it's time. So that was it. That was when I was at my highest weight. I was at my highest weight in 2009 and early 2010, and yeah, that was it. And then I started losing weight then, and then I fell off the wagon, and I gained some back, and so I started again in January. And the reason that I started, my breaking point this time was that I was starting to put the pounds back on, and I was within 45 pounds of my all-time high weight, and I said no way. So that was why I started again. And then my last question from a specific person is from Suzanne Lejeune Barnes. I'm sorry if I massacred your name, honey. Her first question is, how much water do you drink a day? Do you try to drink a day? And how much do you drink? I was told that you're supposed to drink half your body weight in ounces. And right now I weigh 430 pounds, so that would be 215, or I weigh 440 pounds. So that would be 220 ounces of water a day, which is a lot. I do aim for that, but I don't generally hit it. I think if I hit, 150 ounces a day, I'm doing pretty good. I try for more. Some days I get there, some days I don't. I drink other things besides water also. I drink Crystal Light, which is sugar-free. I drink green tea, black tea, some juice, a little juice, sometimes coffee every once in a while. But yeah, I get a lot of liquid. I forever have a drink in my hand. And then, of course, my 2 shakes a day. Her next question is, how many calories are you allowed total? And I eat within a range between 2,000 and 2,500, and I stagger how I eat. So one day I'll eat, close to 2,000. The next day I'll eat, 2,300. Never exact, but around. And then the next day I'll go down 2,100. Then the next day will be my high day, and I'll eat 2,500. And then the next day I'll, 22. And that way, your body never gets used to any certain amount. So, because if you eat the same amount of calories every day, your body expects that, so it I don't know, I guess your metabolism gets kind of lazy, is the way it was explained to me. But if you eat a different amount of calories every day, still staying within that limit, your metabolism never gets used to it. So your body's constantly adjusting, which is actually good for you. That's what I was told, and it seems to work better for me, honestly, to do it that way. And then how many days a week do you work out? I actually already answered that, but I work out. I do strength training 3 days a week, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, sometimes Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Never 2 days in a row, because your body needs at least 24 hours, or at least 48 hours to recover when you strength train. But yeah, 3 days a week. And then cardio almost every day, if not every day. And any kind of cardio is good cardio. Any cardio is good cardio. Okay. So yeah. Thanks, Suzanne. That's you. We're gonna break for now.